There's something special going on with this quarterback controversy. And anybody that has watched us, and we know, you guys know our feelings. If you don't, get to the YouTube channel, go back to the archives. You'll see how we feel about Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. We've put it on X many times.
100%.
Our feelings have stayed consistent the whole time. JB, I got some shit I want to say too, but I'm gonna let you get on this first. But Justin Fields has done well, right? He hasn't been great, but he's been well. 4-2. You really can't. I mean, you could make a case. Almost he's 6-0, definitely 5-1 it says, but he's played well. But has he played great? Did he leave the door ajar enough, in your opinion, as Tomlin would say, to warrant a look-see with Dangerous?
Well, he seems to think so. He said, "Hey, maybe I didn't play well enough." And that's not to say that he played bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird part about this whole situation is that the weeks leading up to this decision, or perceived alleged decision, because Tomlin still is not on record to saying that Russell Wilson is starting. He's not. He said he was going to get reps and he was going to mill it, squirrel the nuts, if you will. And he hasn't. I can't say that he's played great. And if there's an opportunity for great, then why not go after it? If there's an opportunity for balance in the offense, why not go after it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can tell you this, Russ is going to absolutely 1st and 10. You ain't putting 8 in the box. Good luck if you want. I mean, you could do that if you want to. You're going to pay for it, right? And
Hopefully.
I think you and I have looked at, we've taken a look at the film. We've seen some of the misreads that Fields has made that I firmly believe that Russell Wilson would absolutely pick up on and pre-snap, right?
Yep.
And I think that you're going to see if hypothetical, if this actually does come to fruition, I do think that you're going to see the same offense, but run a lot differently.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand what I'm saying, because the plays are out there. We just have and even though we're 4-2, I got a feeling that Mike's like, you know what? With Russ, we wouldn't be 4-2, guys.
My rant on this, so to say, which society, especially in the sports media, the sports talk, there's no such thing as two things can be true in a lot of people.
Yeah.
Two things can be true here. Justin Fields is the best playmaker outside of George Pickens on this offense.
Yeah.
Justin Fields has bailed out this offense with his legs.
Yep.
Justin Fields has turned negative plays into positive plays with his legs. Yep. Justin Fields has experienced drops. Justin Fields and this offense have had great plays called back from penalty.
Mm-hmm.
But Justin Fields is also leaving huge chunk plays on the field, splash plays. We've already started seeing the creeping up. Well, this is Matt Canada's offense still. Arthur Smith ain't nothing special.
Nope.
Really? I'm going to tell you something. If I had enough money, I don't know if people watch it, but Yinzers that think like this, go on to NFL.com, subscribe to that All 22, and then tell me what you think.
Yeah. That ain't it.
that ain't it. So what I'm thinking with you, what you're talking about, GB, is Russ. Again, our defense has given up what? 6, 10, 13. That's the reason we won these first, these games. And let's be real with the Raiders. They scored 32 points, but we were 2 bullshit penalties in our favor of roughing the quarterback that kept these drives alive. I just got to call it like it is. I am a Justin Fields fan. I wasn't a fan of his contract. That's why I said earlier I don't want him. But as a player, as a man, and Justin, I commend you for what you said today about taking accountability for your play. But my thing is with Russell, if he's allowed to, which I don't see why he wouldn't, he's going to get you in and out of plays at the line of scrimmage. Russell Wilson is a better anticipatory thrower, which a lot of these, again, you're seeing a couple of these, and I'm going to put, it's going to be up here on the screen here. I'm putting a couple of these screenshots that I had from up here, from, on social media. A lot of these throws are you have to throw with anticipation that he's going to be open. In the NFL, you can't wait for him to be open to throw like you can in college. That's where I think Justin Fields struggles, and he's continuing to struggle. And maybe Arthur Smith can get to him. And he's made, trust me, I mean, we remember that throw he made in Denver that got called back. I mean, the kid's got talent. Yeah. He can put the ball on a button if he wants to, but for some reason, he gets brain farts or just freezes when he's looking at certain looks. He doesn't pull the trigger. And that's holding this offense back. Who's to say that happens in a fourth quarter of the game, one of the games against the Ravens later on this year? That could cost you. Now, Russ may do the same thing. We don't know, but I think what you're getting at, and my point is, by not making those plays, leaving the door ajar, playing good, not playing great, we'll go over all the Tomlinisms on there. We deserve, as a Steeler fans and as a team, deserve a look-see these next two home games with Russ. You go into the bye week, make an evaluation, and then that's who you stick with for the remainder of the year. Because if Russ comes out and shits the bed for 2 weeks, then you go back to Justin.
Absolutely. Here's the thing, bro. And I mentioned this on X earlier in the week. The truth has been hidden in plain sight the whole time. Russell Wilson has been the QB1. He was in the pole position from day one. It was the media who put out the narrative that that Fields was going to supersede Russell Wilson before there was even one snap of any type of camp or anything. They were talking about that the next, like a day later.
Yep.
Like it was like some hot take. And everybody ran with it, specifically the Pittsburgh media ran with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so, and they were shocked. They were shocked when Russell Wilson was named the starter.
Right. I'm like, well, that's what he was. They picked him first. First of all, they picked him first. Okay. They picked Justin second. And this is why I said on Twitter too, like Justin Fields. So Russell Wilson is the present, in my opinion. Okay. If this is me thinking, like, if I'm Coach T, Russell Wilson is the present. Justin Fields can be the present, but is the future. This is why I also said we got 99 problems, but a QB ain't one, because I'll rock with either one of them.
Correct.
That's the cool part.
Correct.
We'll rock with either one of them, but we just feel like, hey, let's see what we done seen what Fields can do. Let's now see what Russ can do. And I got a feeling, dude, like I'm telling you, if that calf hold up, bro, like I'm looking at the pieces. They're like, we didn't get a WR2, but that looks a lot like DK Metcalf, Doug Baldwin type stuff with beast mode.
Listen,
and Jimmy Graham. That looks very eerily similar, bro. I'm just saying.
And I'm gonna tell you something. When you're talking about the DK and the Lockett comparison, and my man Chris Carter on X today I jumped in with him too, man, because we were going at this one dude trying to say that he ain't open. Like there's this picture of a Cam Hayward being wide open in the Raiders game. Like he's not open. Like if that's not open, bro, like I don't understand what yours is. Calvin Austin is also in this
a lot, bro.
He is getting open.
Yes.
Now, one of the cut-ups that he put on there, you look back, I mean, Justin was getting he was against Dallas. There was no way he could have threw it because there was a guy right in the face with a hand up. That being said, Austin is getting open, and Austin's not a great route runner, but here's what's really comforting compared to the last few years. We don't have a lot of great route runners. We let our best route runner go in a trade, which is fine.
Yeah.
He is scheming guys open.
Yes.
He is doing route coming looks. He's giving formational looks, these motions, things like that. He's putting Pickens in the slot, Austin out wide, all this stuff. And Freiermuth's moving everywhere. He is scheming guys open, and Russ can, I would hope so, see that, and he can do the anticipational throws. And guess what? Instead of 150 to 170 yards passing and 60 yards rushing, maybe that's all passing and it was only a couple, but you know what? You're going to produce, especially in the red zone. Okay.
I don't know if y'all remember, there was a meeting. There was a meeting of the minds. Like whenever they were coming together, there was a meeting of the minds, and my understanding is that it was like a lengthy it was like hours upon hours of them working together to figure stuff out, which was one of the reasons why Russell decided to move. Like everything was kind of right together, ready to go. So let's not forget about that this particular offense was designed specifically to Russell Wilson's skill set.
Yeah.
Like I'm a firm believer in that. Like that's absolutely what was happening in that meeting, to make sure that those two are going to be able to mesh together. They're going to be able to mesh well, talk concepts, talk, strategy, pre-snap. What do you like? What do you like to throw? You know what I mean? What, you're a play action guy, I'm a play action guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the stuff. I seen a stat that said that Russell Wilson's play action rating is like 115 in his career, bro.
Listen, even if that comes down a bit, that's still really good.
Even if it's 100, right?